Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Compendium of Discomfort. Today it's an action day. The other day, not today, I went to the cinema to watch two movies. I want to talk today about one of them. The other one I need to watch again because I watched it in the original Cantonese, probably, because it's a Hong Kong movie, and with Japanese subtitles. So I would rather watch it again. That's Twilight of the Warrior's World, and I'm sure everybody knows that movie and knows how good it is. But that day I watched a second movie, or a first movie. This one was the second one, and I expected Twilight of the Warriors to be the better one, but I would say it wasn't. There was one that worked better for me, and that's this one. It's a Tamura Yuto, Isolated. It's a spin-off movie of a series that I have mentioned before. Yeah, it's basically a spin-off of the Unification of Japan, where title number 69 will be released in July. So I watched the first one. Now I watched like the half of the second one. And I felt like, can I watch a spin-off movie from this series that I don't really know anything about? Will I understand it? Will it be fun? Will it be any good? I have no idea. And it's pretty awesome. So the movie started, and first you get this guy played by Yoshiyuki Yamaguchi, who you might have seen in stuff like Dead or Alive, Gozu, or Dead or Alive 2, some other Miike movies, a lot of stuff. More recently, for example, in Baby Assassins Every Day or Ghost Killer. And he has been in this series from the first movie. He's basically one of the two lead actors. The other of the two lead actors from those movies is of course Yasukaze Motomiya, who you person who's watching this will know as the Yakuza boss from the first Baby Assassins. That's his by far probably most famous movie, but he was in stuff like Outrage Coda or Graveyard of Honor or Bad City and Ghost Killer again, and he was in Kamen Rider the Winter movie. Yeah, so he did a lot of good stuff. And yeah, these are the two main characters from the main series. And here we see Yoshiyuki Yamaguchi as the title hero, Tamura Yuto, driving in his car. We get some really nice metal-esque music by a musician that's called a Kaz, K-A-Z. And he played in some bands like Sats or Kuroyume. And the singer of both bands actually did the ending song for this movie. His name is Kiyoharu, and is a very, very good singer. I love his music. So I was very happy that we get a very intense start. Some cool driving with metal music or rock music always works for me. And then very soon people get hurt, and they get hurt a lot, and that's basically what will happen throughout the whole movie. People getting beaten up, shot, cut to pieces, everything. Because the whole premise is this one half of the two heroes wants to rescue the other half of the two heroes, and he got kidnapped. They believe it's the Chinese mafia. We will find out that it's not, it's something else. But yeah, basically he goes to this what is it, a factory or something, and there he just beats up people, like a video game, one level after another. And in between the fight, someone said the movie structure doesn't make any sense, but it always happens between the fights. So we get a flashback to the what happened before. And the funny thing is, I just checked here in the pamphlet, the interview with the director, who said they did the whole movie in 13 days, and 3 of those days he actually worked because he just did the story stuff. He didn't do the action. The action, which was very clear in the opening credits, was done by Koichi Sakamoto. He's back again. Mr. I can make great action for €5.50. And that's what he does here. Basically, like 10 days of 13 for shooting was just action, fighting. The main actor here, Mr. Yamaguchi, did most of the action himself, even though he kicked a camera and hurt his leg. And but they said because they shot the fight scenes in sequence, like they appear in the movie, it doesn't matter that he got hurt because he gets just beaten up throughout the movie, and then it's okay if he limps a bit. So he wasn't like seriously injured, but in a lot of pain seemingly, and just fought through it. He's not that young anymore, in his 50s, I think he is. This main series has been going on for 12 years or so. So I remember in the first movie, when he already looked like a middle-aged man, basically he was still like wearing a hoodie and stuff and tried to be this rowdy, more like a young delinquent. Didn't really work. He already had the face of a middle-aged man. But he's really, really good in this movie. He's so cool. Anyway, so then we get some flashback scenes that explain what happened before, and these are quite funny. There's a very light-hearted, fun story going on. I was a little bit worried because this Chinese mafia stuff. I read some Japanese reviews, and someone actually was angry at the movie because it's not xenophobic enough. He was like, that's like tradition in Yakuza movies. Why can't you do that? It's too much of the real world that they have to carry on their bags and stuff. Complained about too much political correctness, because I think there's a line where the main character says, I don't care, they're all humans, or something like that, and it turns out to not be the Chinese mafia, but something else. Weird being angry at that, wanting more racism. There's still one character that's basically a Hulk who makes like monstrous noises and can't really talk, and can only be beaten by 1 million drop kicks and the power of a good old Yakuza full body tattoo. Played by a Western actor. So it's still a little bit but it's okay. I think it's such light-hearted, silly, cartoony fun that it doesn't really matter. And the good thing about this very simplistic story is, and that's what they aimed for when they made this movie, is that even if you have no idea about the main series, you have no idea who these characters are, you can still watch it, you can still enjoy it. It's still very watchable. I mean, of course, it's better if you have an idea who the characters are. So for me, I watched the first movie at that point, and so I at least knew, okay, these are the bosses and these are the boys. So I'm not surprised to see the boys coming up and stuff like that. Anyway, so not too much to worry about that. Like, oh my god, I haven't watched the other 68 movies that have been out so far, and 1 million spin-offs and stuff. Now, this is made for people who don't know the whole series, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually made it thinking like, hey, maybe we can sell it abroad. And jokingly in the interview, he said, Mr. Yamaguchi might now become an international action movie star, but feel too old to do it. But basically all text inserts in the movie are big English and little Japanese. So, that looks like, hey, let's sell it to the Americans. They like action. And it's published or distributed at least by Rights Cube. And they did the Baby Assassin stuff and so on. So maybe there's a chance it comes to the West, Welgo USA. maybe this is for you. You should do that. It's very, very great. Anyway, like I said, it's basically just a very light, let's save my friend story, with video gamey structure, with fights, like all kinds of fighting styles come up. Of course, there's wannabe Bruce Lee. We have two guys from Sakamoto's last movie, the Tatsujin Warrior that I talked about. There's the capoeira dude, and the other one was, I think, a Systema, or what it's called, is the Russian martial arts. So they come back here, do their stuff. You have like big brawls with groups of people. You have sword fights. You have everything. So they try to make it like about 100 minutes full of action. And because they don't have money for fancy action, you have little bit car action that's not very spectacular. The focus is on people fighting people, very physical, and that's what Sakamoto does very well. And here too, basically, it's a similar style, as I said, in Tatsujin Warriors. It's very close. It's very intensive. It's very, like, you get drawn into the action. But I would like a little bit more distance to see what's going on. But it's still very effective and very good. And the interesting thing is, here the present of the story is all in black and white, and the flashbacks are all in color. So the director said he likes that very much because it makes you focus more on the bodies and the movement, and that works really well. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's basically still a direct-to-video movie that got thrown into cinemas, but it all works really, really well. It's really, really well done. A lot of fun. So I didn't really expect all this. Like I said, I was a little bit worried about how do we present foreigners? That was it's no big deal. It's very much in the tradition of martial arts movies, I would say. So if you never had a problem with that, you will not be offended here. It's not bad. It's just a little silly and funny. The whole movie is like 70-80% action, just fight. The director was so bored that he just took his phone to film some different angles of the fight scenes. Because he just was like, Sakamoto, you do that. I don't really work here. And then he walked around, and he felt very tired because he moved more than he would usually do. So it's all really good. It looks mostly nice. So there are some dodgy CG effects, but that just adds to the humor of everything. Like, it's really not very serious. It's a very over the top silly action. And if you like that kind of stuff, there's not so much more to say. I just hope this gets released in the West because it's so much fun. It works so well. It's just what much more than I expected. So maybe that was the bonus here compared to the Twilight Warriors, where I had very, very high expectations and they weren't all met, where I felt like all the elements don't come together really nicely. I felt like the action and the drama didn't really work well together. But here, my expectations were somewhere, if it's a nice, okay Yakuza movie, I'm fine. But it's like a really, really still direct-to-video, not very expensive, shot in 13 days. What do you expect? But for what it is, it's fantastic. It's just pure action, just fighting, drop kicks, cutting. It's wonderful. I had such a good time. And so this was just super surprising. And there's not much more to say because it's just fight. And if you enjoy that, you should watch it. And one nice little detail at the end, One of the actors in this movie is again Yutaka Kyan, who was in The Man Who Failed to Die and the Gesuidos and Sukajan Kung Fu. So already 4 very, very good movies this year that he was in, and I just saw that he was already in a bunch of the Unification of Japan movies. So I guess he'll be back on my screen someday. If Unification of Japan gets nearly as good as this one, I have to watch more of it. I'm just blown away by this direct-to-video with Cinema Detour action fest, and I hope it will be available someday. By the way, the director was Hiroyuki Tsuji, who does direct-to-video stuff. But it's a really, really good movie. Please watch it if you can. It deserves all the attention it can get, and I probably hyped it too much. It's a direct-to-video movie. It's low budget, but for low budget you get the maximum result, and I'm in love, and you should be as well. And now, thank you very much. See you. Goodbye.